In this movie, the universe is so far afield, so far stretched, there is no true police force, so they filled in with these paramilitary types.
Like Pitch Black, this is an independent experience. We were able to be a little bit more liberal in our casting and find perfect actors for each role.
Ready? So camera will move on and then you guys on action. Ready? It's gonna be real tight.
There's two teams of mercs. One is the ragtag crew, kind of Mad Max-ish, and a little Snake Plissken, I guess.
Action!
These are the Santanas. I call them the intergalactical pirates. They're like mismatched, gathering pieces from different battles, from different conquests.
Don't touch that fucking thing! Up armor.
Very warm in colors. A lot of their accessories are painted in warm colors or made with leather. They're scruffy, they're dirty. You could almost smell their bad perfume.
Paradoxically, the boss of this crew is a guy like me. The other guys are the big guys. I'm the small guy, you know, I'm like the normal guy. So that gives a strange mystery to my role.
Jordi Mola is one of Spain's greatest actors. He is just not an actor, he's a painter, he is a writer, kind of a Renaissance man.
He brings so much to the picture. He's our nefarious tax collector. He provides levity for the picture.
Action!
He's not a formidable guy, but that's not why Santana is dangerous. It's because he's unpredictable and he's just fucking wicked.
He's extraordinary to sort of act against, and I had no idea. I was a big fan of his. I'd seen quite a lot of his work, but standing in front of him was a little intimidating, but it certainly brought out the best in me, that's for sure.
If you don't mind, maybe we'll just pull up a chair and spectate for a while.
What if I do?
Well, it's a co-op, pal. It's open to all mercs. By the way, my name is...
Too late. That's your name. And I don't need you stepping all over my dick here, my friend.
Action!
Leave on ship. We got a fucking spare laying around.
And cut, play that please. Cut.
Dave Bautista is a great character. I love his little ponytails and his beard.
They gave me a picture of what they thought the character should look like, and it just had like a militant mohawk. And I wanted to make it a little edgier. So I went and got these extensions put in my hair and had them braided up because I just thought it would look just a little rough and a little different. And I sent him the picture praying that he would like it because I paid a buttload of money for these extensions. And he loved it, man. He said he showed the picture to Vin and he loved it. It just gives Diaz a very different, distinct look.
When I did their fittings, I said, we're gonna go through the breakdown and see what is appropriate for you to wear. Whatever you wanna show, we'll show. Whatever you think is in the way, we'll remove. Whatever you feel you wanna have, we'll keep on.
We tried different things in the fittings, different pieces of the costume, and I was a big fan of the sort of neck brace, shoulder pad thing.
The rest of the crew was very padded up, very armored up, whereas they didn't want me to be so much because I'm a big beefcake.
Please, I mean, his bicep is big as my thigh. I've never felt so skinny in my entire life because it's all men and they're all huge. It's fantastic.
Luna, say something Bible-like over these bodies.
I'm the youngest and most innocent of the mercs. I have a very strong faith in God. You know, this is a pocket here that I could carry anything in. Part of my backstory is that I brought my mother's Bible as good luck. Got shot, and it saved my life. And then this here is my rosary that I, used to pray and just try and keep me safe.
She gets a look out there. That's the merc station. She's not going where the merc station is, okay?
I think I entered this gang of mercs for one reason, and then I realized I wasn't just hunting the bad guys. It was a whole lot more than that.
I've been through devastation, I've been through depression, certain things that I could channel into this role. However, I've never physically been anywhere that entailed as much emotion or as much as that darker side.
Carrie came in and read for the part of Doll, which she was not perfectly suited for. But you could tell there was talent there. You could tell there's something cool and sexy and something happening there. I said to Vin, I think she's so cool that we should write a part for her in the movie.
David, too, he had an idea about this great cameo opportunity, and he put it together, and she was in the movie.
One day I was talking to Vin. He said to me that they added a little scene with a prisoner, just at the beginning of my role. They wanted me to kill this beautiful girl, but we didn't know really the reason. So I invented this story, concentrated in one line. I was getting attached to her. That is where I think the character comes from, a terrible nightmare, where you cannot have feelings in order to survive.
Nobody said it was easy.
Bring the rubber mat.
The other crew is very militant, very trained, very specific in their actions.
What is your tag anyway? Well, I'm not sure I'm going to say, because everyone you know by name Santana winds up dead. Boss Johns was a very measured sort of operator. He wasn't a dictator, which is sometimes, it just seems boring to play as a character. He's hunting down this fugitive for answers, unaware whether he's going to get the type of answers that he wants to hear.
This may come as a shock to you, Johns, but I didn't ghost your son. He seems set on killing himself.
What the fuck does that mean?
Matt Nable is an Australian actor. I was just taken by this sort of granite-faced stoicism this actor had. Reminded me of like a new Charles Bronson. That face and those eyes really conveyed pain to me, something traumatic in his past. And that's what Boss John's character is.
Boss John's group. Being as there's only 4 of us, we're all people who can multitask.
The director compared it to the crab fishermen on Deadliest Catch, how they're kind of jack of all, so they're on hand doing their work, but they're also able to fix the engine of the ship.
For example, we have a guy who's a tracker as well as a pistolero. We have a woman who is a muscle as well as being a long-range sniper, as well as all these other things.
She's the sniper on the team, which we kind of created, actually, because I was like, you know, we've got to figure out why this woman, why you keep her around.
I'm not taking orders from your...
I don't fuck guys. Fuck them up if they need it, though.
Gunfire!
Ow!
Okay.
Such a girl. Ow! Sorry.
She's not.
It's not because she's pretty. It's not because she's eye candy for you guys to stare at. She's got to be a phenomenal soldier, and she's got to be really good at something. So what is it? So we made her the sniper. Which is fun for me because it's these huge sniper rifles that are the only gun I've ever actually never shot on film. So I'm kind of excited to shoot the sniper rifle.
That's a guy.
Our team, even though our uniforms are the same, everybody has a different way of wearing it. Raoul's character is fully clothed the entire time because he was not smart enough to start taking layers off. Raoul, sorry, you suck.
Quiet, please. Position.
Bokeem, Maddie and I are sitting there going, well, I've worked really hard for these biceps and I'm gonna show these damn things off. So we have that whole thing, but then I sat down with David and I was like, you know, this fabric is really thick and it's not very flattering on a woman. And I really think, because I'm the only woman in this movie, that we should have her in something else. He's like, we don't have to justify you looking sexy. And I was like, oh, thank God. So we put together this black stretch pants with chaps over the top. It's very sleek, but at the same time, everything serves a purpose. Like the chaps are so she can crawl on the ground. She's in this corset to keep her back straight because she's got to carry this gun.
That is actually a copy of an orthopedic corset of the early century. But because we used the same material as the armor, it looks tougher. It suits her very well. She was very happy to have it.
It's very interesting. It looks really, really hot, and it's kind of terrifying the way that they've done it because I think my breasts look 10 times bigger than they actually are. But it serves a purpose because it's a back brace.
Oh, yeah, I know.
There is something wonderful to have her in the midst of all these rough and tumble guys.
Let's go again. All right, that's clear.
She's got a life to her that makes her just really fucking fun to be around on the set. I don't know how other directors work, but I always put this ever-changing parade of casts on my wall in terms of their headshots. And I want to make sure that nobody looks like anybody else. Nobody can be confused with anybody else. Because sometimes you get into these war movies, you've got a bunch of guys, and you're looking, it's like, who is that? Which one's that? Which? I don't want that happening. And it's just such a great example of what our world and hopefully the universe is starting to look like. The variety in their faces and their styles and their deliveries, that's what I want.
94 Jackson, take one.